there's no need to rush around. Inside of everybody there's sun and laughter to be found.
Hi! Back in March, we talked about the library reference tool InfoBits. Today, I'd like to introduce another reference tool called Culturegrams. So from the BSD student bookmarks, you're going to click on BSD Library Resources, Elementary and K-8 Schools, Sato. By now you should be really familiar with getting here, and you can also get here from going to the Sato Elementary site and clicking on Library. You know how to use Destiny and you know how to use Sora. Today we're going to click again on Start Research. The Culturegrams sites have information on over 200 countries, all 50 states, and the Canadian provinces. You'll find information about people, places, history, lifestyle, culture, society. There are fun facts, photos, slideshows, videos, interviews, and information on famous people. There are flags and even recipes, my favorite. Let's begin by going to Culturegrams states. Now that's exactly what will happen if you're logging on from school on the district Wi-Fi. The page will just open. Logging in from home, you will be prompted to enter a username and password, so I will include those in the links. From the landing page, there are 3 ways to access information. You can click on any state in the map. You can scroll down and click on any state in the alphabetical listing. Or you can jump directly to flags, recipes, graphs, and tables in the tabs at the top. Let's look first at someplace far away from Oregon. Let's go to Georgia. Now the main page has just top facts. There's the flag, motto, map. You can open a detailed map, an outline map that you can print, or a county map. Quick facts right here, including the capital, the population, how big it is. You can calculate the distance from any 2 points, and you can look at a time zone map to find out what time it is in Georgia when it's this time here in Oregon. Now, just like Destiny, Culturegrams doesn't like you to use the back buttons on your browser. So instead, we're going to follow these breadcrumbs back to States Edition, and let's take a look at Oregon. I can click on the map, or I can scroll down and click on it in the list. So here we have those fast facts. Oregon's the beaver state, established in 1859. It was the 33rd state. There's our flag, our motto, and our map. On the left, you have access to more detailed information. The climate tells you more about what the weather's like throughout the year. Geography is land features, lakes, rivers, mountains. Resources and economy. How do people make their money in Oregon, and what resources are available here? We have timber. Is there mining? Find out. A timeline will give you a brief historical overview, but you can click on more detail in the left. You can learn about the people of Oregon. What's our population? What's the government like? Who are the famous people from Oregon? Well, Mel Blanc, the voice of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. Beverly Cleary, the author of the Henry Huggins and Ramona books. Let's not forget Matt Groening, cartoonist and creator of The Simpsons. Native America is an interesting tab because Oregon history didn't start in 1805 with the Lewis and Clark expedition. It didn't start in 1859 when we became the 33rd state. For thousands of years before Lewis and Clark, there were Native Americans living in Oregon, and you can find more about them here. You may know that our state animal is the beaver. You may even know that our state tree is the Douglas fir. But did you know that we have an official rock and an official beverage? Did you know that we have an official dance? And you can even listen to the song of the meadowlark, our state bird. Let's use those breadcrumbs to go back to Culturegrams home. We've been exploring States Edition. You can also look at Canadian provinces. We're going to open next Kids Edition. This is where we can find similar reports on over 200 countries around the world. It works just like the States edition. You can click anywhere on the map. You can click in the alphabetical listing of continents to narrow your search, or you can go directly to the tabs at the top. Let's start in China. Fast facts on the landing page, more detailed information about people, places, history, lifestyle, society, and culture on the left. This lifestyle tab is going to be larger in the country's version than in the States version. You can find out what life is like as a kid, what schools are like, common food, games and sports, even holidays. Let's go back to Asia and look instead at Russia. Now on the right-hand side, you have some more tools you can use. You can print reports, you can view the full report, you can email it, you can save it to your Google Drive. So if you're doing a research report, a lot of helpful information or really handy tools. At the bottom of every page, you're going to find that citation generator. Remember that when you're doing nonfiction work, your readers and your teachers want to know that you didn't make it up and you didn't steal it. The citation shows where you got your information and proves that it's true, it's reliable, and you're giving credit to the authors. Let's follow our breadcrumbs back and go to South America. Let's look at Brazil. There are more tools over here. I like the photo gallery. I can quickly get images from all over the country. Gives me a quick snapshot of what life is like there. A really brief introduction, but it helps me visualize for sure. Following our breadcrumbs back, let's look this time at Mexico. Each country also has a video gallery. The list of videos is on the left, and you can click one to watch it. We haven't been to Europe yet. Let's look at Turkey. Similar to the photo gallery, there are also slideshows, but these are slideshows. Sort those pictures into themes. So we can click on Kurdish community and quickly scroll through themed photos. This one opened in a separate window, so to get back, I close the window. I can follow those breadcrumbs back. Let's take a look at Japan. Interviews are conversations with people from the country, not famous people, a kid like you. We can read the interview, and on every page we also have the opportunity to listen to the information being read to us. If you're not a native English speaker and you're more fluent in another language, like InfoBits, you can translate that page to your first language. Let's close this page, follow our breadcrumbs back to Asia, and click on Israel. Famous people takes us to a list of brief summaries of some of the most notable people or the most known people from this area. And finally, recipes. Oh, pork adobo. That sounds good. Maybe I'll make some kare for dinner tonight. Ooh, flan, gotta have some dessert. I can also use those tabs at the top to compare recipes from around the world. Last area to discover are the tools. We've talked about time and distance. There's also a currency converter because different places around the world each have their own money, and you can find out what the money is in one place compared to another. The last tool I'd like to show you today are these graphs and tables. You can access them from the tools on the right or from the link at the top. You can compare data from different countries, extremes, so things like the hottest, the coldest, covers 27 different comparisons. You can look at economy, trade, currency, health, healthcare, human development, population, all the categories you see on the left, but you can build your very own table. Click on the table to compare the population of different places, but you can build your own as well, which is great. So whether you want to do a graph or a table, you're going to check the areas you're interested in and the subjects you want to compare to create your own chart. My challenge to you today is to choose the state or the country where you were born, find 3 interesting facts, and then share those with me. Have a little fun, take a little virtual travel, learn a little bit. Happy reading.